We're Karen and Bo Christensen, a Danish-American couple who met in Germany in 2016. Bo is an airline pilot, and Karen is a freelance advertising creative director. In late 2022, we bought Château de La Tuilerie in Martel, France, and are working to make it a bed and breakfast and wedding destination fit for a queen. Welcome to Queen's Escape. So we have our biggest group yet coming tomorrow. We're going to have all 5 of our rooms booked for 3 days. And it's one of our neighbors. She's having family for the long weekend here in France. And so want everything to be absolutely perfect. And I went to the Emmaus, which is like a secondhand store today, and I got 5 vases so that I can put flowers in each of the rooms. And then I got one for the dining table, and in the future I really want to be able to have a garden just for flowers so that we can have flowers to put in the rooms when people are here, but we don't have that yet, and the peonies aren't developed yet, but they had these beautiful peony buds in the grocery store today. So 4 bundles of them. So I got pink ones with these little vases for the rooms, and then I got these, looks like they're kind of white or yellowish for the dining table. And then I got another toaster because for 10 euros. Because what I found was that I can't toast the bread fast enough to still get it on the table when it's hot with just a 2-pronged toaster. So if I had, let's say I had 8 people last weekend staying, and I couldn't get it out fast enough, and I don't want to serve toasted bread that's not still warm. So now with the double toaster situation, we should be good, and we'll have 10 people this weekend plus some extras. So 13 one morning, and then I think 16 another morning, but that's really excited. And I didn't have quite enough white plates for the table, and so I got these 7 little white plates for 3 euros. Can't beat it. So super excited. So I have the dining room set up for tomorrow morning's breakfast, and our group will be 13, so we've brought another table in to allow for that. And because this is our neighbor's group, she has provided all of the jams from her homemade jam collection. So we're not going to be doing the individual servings because they all know each other. And it's so nice that she is providing the jams. I'm really excited for it. I was just cleaning rooms, and our sweet neighbor, one of our sweet neighbors who is a fisherman, he just brought me a fresh catch, and it's still alive. Oh my gosh. All right. I can't even pretend to be cool with this because, oh, Oh, that's a big fish. Oh, when he handed me the bag, the fish was flopping. Oh my gosh, look at him. I'm going to have to learn how to prepare a fish really quickly here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, he's moving. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. All right, you gotta come out of the bag now at least. Oh, you stupid fish. Stupid fish, stupid fish. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. How am I supposed to? Come on. Get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out. He's huge. Oh my gosh.
Let the knife do the work, and that fillet will just pull itself away like so.
Okay.
It's that simple. One beautiful fillet.
So the filleting of the fish, it doesn't look so hard to do. I think my concern is that he's not dead. Me being jumpy with a sharp knife and a live fish makes me a little nervous. Oh shoot. Okay. I'm gonna have to finish watching how to fillet this fish, but also to look up what to do when they're still alive. So I called Bo about the fish, and he told me that the thing to do was to hit him in the head with a hammer real hard so that he doesn't suffer. And I did it, but I screamed a lot. All right, I was gonna use different kind of gloves, but I think I'm just gonna keep these really big protective gloves on for now. Oh my gosh, that was awful. So it said start here at the tail. Good fish. Alrighty you. So I'm supposed to cut behind your gills. Tell me that didn't move. No, it didn't move. Oh. Alright, hold on. It's just me. It's just me. Okay, and then I'm supposed to cut a bit down I'm scared to your backbone.
Got this lamp from my father, and that's very good as a work lamp because we only had this bulb here in what is going to be the bike room. So I've just swept the wall all the way down here, and then I have some paint and I swept it and the floor. so it's dry, and then I can get on with the paint job. So where the garage, you see the white doors down there? The garage has been emptied out. I moved everything in here to what we want to use as a room for bikes in the future. But I've been working on it the last couple of days. So I painted the walls all around. I filled up the shelves here and just moved all the crap that we got in here. So it looks a little more decent, and I'm just gonna set up some kind of working table here also. And then we can at least get our tools and stuff from in here until the garage and the shop will be up and running again.
So Bo and I have been debating expanding our breakfast for, you know, since we moved in here. We wanted to keep it pretty simple, and so we had like the croissants and the pain au chocolat and the homemade bread and jam and orange juice, coffee, tea. But the feedback that we've been getting is that it would be good to have some healthier options on the menu too, which I certainly know, because if I came here to stay, I wouldn't be able to go too many days just eating the bread and butter and jam personally, before my body would start to rebel a little bit against that. So I have started adding Greek yogurt and fruit and muesli to the breakfast. And Bo and I agree, you know, that keeps it at a petit déjeuner and not a full-on breakfast, you know, with meat and cheese and eggs and all of that. But it just offers just a little bit more, and then we can still offer it within the price without raising it. So I'm setting it up for the first time. So this morning, for the first time, we offer fruit and yogurt and muesli. So we have our little stand set up over here in the corner, and we have all kinds of fruit and some nice oats muesli and some Greek yogurt, and then some little cups and spoons to be able to mix it together. And yep, and I think that's a nice thing to offset our coffee and tea service, and then the bread and pastries and jam and butter that are already going to be on the table. So I think the pastries are ready, so I better get back and take them out of the oven. So I have just been to our accountant's office to sign papers upon papers upon papers to open our business. It feels like we've done this a lot. But once we, you know, as the process goes, you know, once we made a deposit into our business checking account, then the bank had authorized us to start the business. And what they didn't do was they forgot to let our accountants know. So we knew that we'd been authorized, and we were just waiting to hear from our accountants, and we didn't hear anything. So finally I followed up and I said, hey, I really kind of need this SIRIT number, because you need this to give to the online booking services and to identify your business. And they said, oh, did you make the deposit? And we said, yeah, like a month ago. So we let them know, and then sent them the approval from the bank. And so then they needed us to print out like 5 copies of a 19-page document, and to initial each page, and to sign everything, and decide who's the president, and to do all of that, and then to get 2 checks from the bank to pay both our accountants as well as the service that is setting up the business. And now at this stage we wait about 10 days, and then we're supposed to get this SIRIT number, and then at that point we'll start using this business bank account instead of our personal bank account, and all of our money is basically out of our hands. So you know, that's the sad part, but it's still good, you know, to move ahead with this, and you know, to get used to doing it properly. And then they handle so much for us, you know, they'll handle our accounting and they'll handle our taxes, and you know, and then we just can focus on building the business. So good day. So I am happy to say that we have today received our KBIS number, which is our business number for opening a business. We were shut down on booking.com for the last month because you know, it just takes time to get the number when you go through the process of opening up a business, but we just got it, and that means that we can not only get booking.com back up and running, but we can finally start getting our application together to upgrade the orangery. So huge deal. So today, Bo and I are doing a little bit of weeding and gardening. And one of the things that I'll be doing is to cut down these muscari. You can see they're completely brown now. And so they could have been deadheaded a while ago. That's what I read. I have not done it before, but that's what I read, that you can deadhead them and then let the stems feed the bulbs for the following year. But I didn't do that in time, but I can see that they're mostly completely yellow, so I'm going to cut them down. And I was thinking that I don't really want to do muscari in these pots. Something that I didn't know when we started was that I didn't think about the blooming seasons, because just you know, one of those things. Thought about a lot of things, but I didn't think about that. And the muscari, as well as the tulips that we have in the front, they bloom in the early spring, and then they get all brown and not pleasant looking. And if we're going to do weddings ultimately in the next few years, you know, we want to have flowers that are blooming in the wedding season, which is now. You know, it's May, June time. So the early spring blooming flowers don't really make sense for that. So in addition to, I'm gonna remove the muscari bulbs because I want to plant them somewhere else where they can bloom early. But the tulips that I had up here are all died down, as you can see. way died down, except for a few. Yeah, and so I read that you can remove those and dry them for the next winter. And so I'll definitely do that because they were so beautiful. They were absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to plant them up here, but maybe plant them somewhere else. And then if you have been watching our videos, you know that I tried to use hay as a sort of mulch for our peonies. And, you know, someone had mentioned to me that you can do that, and I looked online to see, yeah, you can do that. But no, you can't do that. And I did so much work to do it. But essentially, I made a nice, gorgeous weed garden here. So that's one of my more embarrassing mistakes. But I know now, you know, and so we need to figure out a better mulching system. I've been saving cardboard to be able to, you know, put the cardboard down to kill some of the weeds. Bo is very skeptical about this advice after I did the whole hay thing, so I'll do a little more research on that. But today it's to trim and weed and get everything ready. I got all of my grape muscari bulbs out of the planters that I have here on the terrace, and would like to have something else in those planters that's maybe a little bit more flowery, bigger flowers, and lasting in the summertime, not just over in early spring and turning brown. And gotta find a home for these muscari next fall. I think not in the front flower bed, but there's so many places we can have them, and I know they spread really well, so I'll have to put some thought into that. So I have been digging up tulip bulbs, but it is hard work. So I'm just going to start off today weeding, and after I get those weeds up, I'll move on to finishing pulling up the tulip bulbs. So, you know, I almost never come over to this side of the chateau, and we have these beautiful roses over here. I did not know that. They are gorgeous. Aren't they pretty pink? I love pink. And some over here. We chopped all of this down next to the chateau. We chopped all of it down after we got here, and it's grown up quite healthy with weeds. I was going to plant some flowers over here, but wow, what a jungle. What a jungle. It looks like we have some here too. All right. Look who decided to come out. Our peonies. Hello. This is a peony bush that was here when we already here when we arrived, and it's so well established. We mowed over it, like completely mowed it down, you know, when we first got here, not knowing what it was. And then as the little leaves were coming up, I thought, you know, that looks like peony, and aren't they beautiful? How cool. Two little flowers. Don't really see other buds. Maybe need to give it a little nutrition. But what a nice bush. It's looking good. Love to see the flowers. So a little update on strawberries. Some of them did not did not survive, but some of them did. These are the Garrigate, I guess. And these two plants in particular are doing really well. Not so much here. The Mara de Bois, which was the one we were told were really good, are absolutely thriving. Absolutely thriving. And I do want to replant these in a deeper flower bed so that they have room to spread and to grow, but they're doing just fantastic. So happy to see that. And these, not so much, so hard to say why. And then another one here of the Mara du Bois, which is very happy where it is. And then over here, one of the Charlottes has lived. I think that's a Charlotte. Yes, that's a Charlotte. So that's very, very nice to see. So great. So we will have a few strawberries, and that was an interesting learning experience. So my sister, she planted a sweet little peach tree here when she was here, and it got some sort of fungus or something, so it's got these blistery leaves. And the guy at the hardware store, he said you can put crushed eggshell at the bottom of the plant and that helps it. Or he had something I could buy, and I decided to get the thing that he had for me to buy, and I'll go and dissolve it in water and then spray the tree. So I got this spray bottle today just for this purpose. For 1 liter, it takes 3.3. Yep. Pretty mucky stuff. So you can see the blistered leaves here. Yeah, spread to the other side. You see we do have a little peach. And another little peach, which is pretty exciting. But I can see that the blistering is spreading over here to this side of the plant, so I'm going to give it a really good spray on both sides of all the leaves, and yeah. All right, that's pretty well sprayed. I hope it helps. I'll go read the package again to make sure I don't have to do anything else. Yep.